soldiers, welcome to my YouTube channel Nutan Academy। तो हम लोग बेहतरीन चैप्टर परम्यूटेशन और कम्बिनेशन पढ़ रहे हैं। Yesterday we have discussed about the geometric topic, that is the point and that is how many straight line can be drawn from given points. The previous day we will discuss about these things. Now today we will discuss about another parameter of geometry, that is triangle. That means how many triangle can be drawn from the given point. So triangle means what? Triangle has three vertex. All of us know that triangle has three vertex, A, B and C. Okay. So, and we all know that how many points needed to make a triangle. Can you draw a triangle from one point? Your answer is no. Can you draw the triangle from 2 points? Your answer is no. Can you draw the triangle from 3 points? Yes. This is triangle. So it is clear that you can draw the triangle from 3 given points. That means you need 3 points to make a triangle. It is clear? Yes. Then we will move about triangle and its type collinear and non-collinear in separate way. In first column we studied about non-collinear, and second column we studied about collinear. So we all have discussed that to make the triangles we need at least 3 points. Suppose that these 3 points are non-collinear. So that means that if 3 points are non-collinear, then you can draw only one triangle. It is clear from the figure. If 3 points can be represented in non-collinear, then you draw only one triangle. If second condition, if there is 4 points, which is non-collinear, then how many triangles can you draw? Okay, so let us see. One triangle, second triangle. Now the joining the two opposite vertices, that is diagonal part. So if there is 4 points, then you can draw 4 triangles. This one is one, second, now third one, and then another fourth part. You cannot count this one is triangle, this is small part. Why? Because there is only 4 vertices, that vertices, this vertices and this vertices. This middle part cannot be counted as vertex. So this smaller part cannot be counted as a triangle. So if there is 4 points in non-collinear, then you can draw only 4 triangles. Okay, is it clear? But the question arises that if there is given 5 points, 6 points, 7 points, 10 points, 11 points, 12 points, then in that condition, how can you draw and how can you find out the triangle? So in that condition, there is concept that is combination. Combination means to select the given point from reference point. That means if there is more than 4 point, 5 point, 6 point, that means in that condition we have to select any 3 point from a given point to make a triangle. Let us see. If there is given 10 points, suppose that if there is 10 points which is in non-collinear, then how can you draw the triangle? So we know that if there is any point given 10 point, 12 point, it does not depend, but we all of us know that triangle for making the triangle we need at least 3 points. That means there is 10 total point, we need to select only 3 points. That is, we have to give combination C3. That means out of 10 we will have to select 3 items for making the triangle, that is your answer. If there is given n point, if there is given n points, then how many triangles can be drawn? In C3. Okay, is it clear? Now move on next part, that is collinear. We all of us know that what is collinear? Collinear point, that point which is represented in the same plane. Okay. So we all of us know that for make the triangle, whether it is collinear or non-collinear, we need minimum at least 3 points. But if 3 points is in collinear, then we cannot draw the triangle. But in case of non-collinear, we can get one triangle. But in the case of collinear, we have given 3 points, we cannot draw any triangle. But if 2 points are in collinear and 1 point are non-collinear, then let us see how many triangles can be drawn and how many triangles can be counted as by given this point. And condition is 3 points are collinear. Let us draw the given figure. We have 5 points in which 3 points are collinear. These 3 points are collinear, okay? And these 2 points are counted as non-collinear. Let us see how many triangles can be drawn by taking these 3 points. One triangle is drawn. Now come on second point, this point, we will draw another triangle. By this point and this 2 point merge, another triangle is drawn. In a similarly way, if we join that 2 vertex, another triangle is drawn. That means if you take these 3 points, another triangle is drawn. If you take that given point, another triangle is drawn. If you take that point, this another triangle is drawn. Now come on the most important thing, if you make the triangle from these 3 collinear points, then what will you get the result? We cannot get any triangle, because if we make the triangle from the given point, we need minimum at least 3 points which is non-collinear, not collinear, because here we can see that if there is 3 points which is collinear, we cannot get any triangle. So the formula which come here, that total 5 points, 5 means total point, total points. 5 out of 5 we have to select 3 for make the triangle. 5C3 minus, why we take minus sign? Because we have to minus the triangle part which we have drawn from these 3 collinear points. How many points are collinear? 3 points. 3, and how many points are needed to make the triangles? 3. Now the question arises that why, sir, you cannot add plus 1? Because in straight line you add plus 1, but in triangle we cannot add plus 1, because if straight line, for make straight line we need at least 2 points, and but if we make the straight line from 2 given collinear points, it cannot be counted as straight line. Is it clear? But the question is that this straight line which we drawn here is counted as 1, but the triangle which we drawn from these 3 collinear points cannot be counted as a triangle, so we cannot add plus 1. Okay, now the answer is that 5C3 minus 3C3, the value of 5C concept regarding triangle. So next day we will discuss about polygons, what is polygons, and how we will calculate diagonal point. After that, the last topic which we left here is rank, how we will calculate the rank of any particular name and how we will find the rank in the dictionary. Okay, तब तक bye bye, thank you, जय हिंद.